I like the history of the car. That's important to me. Of course, this is a Haynes. And living here in Kokomo, being so close to one of the founding fathers of the automobile industry really appealed to me that I could own a piece of history. I can go to his house and look through the archives, his personal papers and things like that. So I kind of went towards being part of history. I'm a caretaker of this piece of history. A lot of people think this car, if you look at it, you might think it was a chauffeur-driven car, but it really wasn't. It was for an upscale businessman that had means. I didn't have to do much restoring, I just mechanical work. This car was made in Kokomo, then sent to San Francisco, California, new. The person who owned the car in the 20s, he developed an illness and had to put the car in his garage for quite a while in about 1930. So it sat in the garage from 1930 until 1992. And that's probably the reason this car even exists today, is because of his unfortunate illness, but it's a great thing for us here in Kokomo to have this car still available. This is probably the only model of this car to exist right now. It was one of the limited production sports sedans, so a lot of people feel this is the only example of it. There's probably only 200 Haynes cars left in existence. Elwood Haynes started building cars. His first one was 1893-94, and the company lasted until 1925. So this was kind of at the end of the run for the Haynes Automobile Company. As you can see, it's a big car. They built a good, high-quality car. It was an expensive car for the 20s. This one listed for about $2,400, compared to a Ford Model T around $400. So it was quite a big. This was an expensive car. This has a 55 horsepower engine in it. I've had it up as high as 50 miles an hour, which gets kind of scary. You can't really see, but there's only brakes on the back wheels, and it's a band that clamps onto the hub of the wheel. So I always tell people that there really isn't brakes on these, because you want to anticipate your stop long before you need to. The first older car that I purchased in the mid-90s. It was a 1911 Ford Model T. It was had all the brass, it was red. It was a fun car to have a young family running around in. All my kids have kind of grown up with my passion, and it's become a family affair to go to different events and take everybody with us. Every year we take the family to Greenfield Village and Henry Ford Museum. They have an old car festival that the whole family attends. My parents end up being there, so it's a big family event for us. What brings me the most joy in collecting cars is it's a big part of our family. It brings our whole family together. I have 3 girls, so they've grown up with it. They enjoy being around the cars, doing different events. Of course, their husbands now like being around my cars. And I say my cars, I can't leave out my wife. She has the same, she maybe not the same passion, but she really enjoys being around the cars. And being around car people, really, they're a different group of people. I've never met a bad car person. So it's fun to be around other people that share that passion. So family's the most important, but being able to share this with other people. I had this at the Haynes-Apperson Festival a couple weeks ago, and seeing little kids walk up to it and just looking at it, and then walking up to them and say, you want to get up in there and sit? And the shock on their face, can I really do that? And it's fun to see them get behind that wheel and how big it is. I had a woman from Bulgaria come up, and I asked her to get in the car. She was just thrilled to death that I would share this piece of history with her. But to me, I like to share it. I like people to experience it, enjoy it, touch it. I mean, fingerprints can always be wiped off. If you can't experience it, then it's no fun to have.